Back on the channel. Thanks for watching along. And thanks to everybody that checked out my Bash Autos episode. That was really nice to see. Went through a few of the autographs I've gotten at past Bash in Beckley's. And of course, this past weekend was the fifth Bash in Beckley. And I am still recovering, still a little exhausted. It was a long weekend traveling, getting some guys at the airport, making sure everybody got to Beckley. Shout out to my buddy Matt Sutton, who made some magic happen to make sure all the talent got to Beckley in time for the meet and greet. Plenty of stories to tell coming out of that one. I'm going to show you the one and only autograph that I was able to pick up during the Bash and Beckley 5. I'll show that towards the end of the video. Only one this year. I didn't get to talk to as many of the people as I hoped to, but that's just the way it is as a ring announcer. I had to, to get everything together for the show, make sure I do a good job for the Bash and Beckley, biggest show of the year. In the neighborhood of 1,000, 1,100 or so people showed up to the Bash in Beckley. What a legendary event, and so thankful to be a part of it. Very cool. But for today's video, I ordered a couple of 8x10s from my buddy Josh, aka WaxPackMan, on Instagram. We've been communicating a long time. I've made several deals with him over the years. Going to show you a couple of 8x10s that I picked up from him. Also, an 8x10 that I got last night at the Bash from a previous show that I was so excited about. And I also got a new book and a DVD. So a little bit of mail day action on the video today. Thanks for watching. My name's Adam. I'm a ring announcer, wrestling fan, and budget collector here in the mountain state of West Virginia. And I was featured, I mentioned in one of my videos that I got interviewed by Gary Faulber of the Register Herald. This is the newspaper that I grew up reading. Gary had a column during the Attitude Era, and he's writing about wrestling to this day. So thanks to Gary, and this is such a huge deal. He brought me a copy of this to the show last night. He knew how important it was for me to be in there. And check this out, guys. It's actually in the sports page. How about that? Pro wrestling in the sports page. My brother-in-law called me. He's like, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it in there. I thought it would be in the entertainment section. I said, check the whole paper. And he's like, I found it. I didn't think it would be in the sports section. I mentioned the 8x10. Gary Damron picked this up for me. I wasn't able to work the show with Eddie and Brian, but I did get to hang out with them a little bit. Check out the video that Brian Myers did, a vlog on the Major Pod Network from a walk in time. That was so fun. Congrats to JR on that one. But Gary picked up an 8x10 of the system for me because I couldn't make that show. And maybe I'll be able to track down Leash sometime and have her sign it. I think she's great. Do you want to know something? Love it. Thanks to Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, and also thanks to Gary Damron for picking that up for me. Going to the river this week and I had to pick up a new book, and one of the ones I was looking for, also, the seller also had this available. This is Lipstick and Dynamite, the First Ladies of Wrestling. I don't know if you've ever watched this. It's on YouTube. This film came out a few years ago. Looks like this is copyright 2004. Really cool movie documenting some of the pioneers of women's wrestling. Penny Banner is on here, Fabulous Moolah, and of course Mae Young. Also Gladys Killam Gillum, she's amazing on here. Ada Mae Martinez, Penny Banner, Ella Waldeck, and the great Mae Young. They're all interviewed on this documentary. Really fascinating stuff. And this is actually out of print, I think. This is obviously a library copy that I was able to pick up. And I wanted to have this for posterity. Sure, you can watch it on YouTube. Put a little tissue in there to keep it safe. Very cool. Yep, there you go. It's numbered in the library system. I wanted to have this. It may not be on YouTube forever. And when I picked up Medusa a couple years ago, she was saying, I guess it was last year, she was saying she wanted to try to buy the rights to this movie and get it redistributed. I would love it if that would happen. I think this would be good for everybody to see, especially in the wake of Queen of the Ring being such a successful movie this year. And then I'm all about the books. Might do some book reviews here on the channel at some point. And this one is called Ringside, The History of Professional Wrestling in America. And this one was cited in Ballyhoo, a book that I just finished that's all about the turn of the century for pro wrestling in the beginning stages from the late 1890s through the mid 1900s up to the TV era. And this one was listed as a reference in that book. And so as soon as I finished Ballyhoo, I knew I wanted to read this one. And so some more historical reference here in the collection. I'm going to show you the only auto I picked up from the Bash in Beckley. Actually, my buddy Matt Mullins went and got in line for me and picked up an autograph. But these are not from Bash in Beckley. These are from my friend Josh at WaxPackMan on Instagram. He's been so good to me over the years. And he had a couple of 8x10s that I wanted to get my hands on, including this one, Adam Bomb, in an 8x10. This looks, as best I can tell, I haven't taken it out of the folder. This looks like a legit the official WWE photo, and you can see on here it says Tom Buchanan, who featured in one of the books I just finished about WrestleMania 3, Tom Buchanan and Steve Taylor. And then for the Gold Dust collection, he shot me a message about this one, and yep, had to have it. Very cool. Marlena and Gold Dust skimpering along. Such a great 8x10, and that's going to go on the shelf back there. I got some Dustin Rhodes stuff, my Gold Dust 8x10. So this is going to be a part of that. Such a cool photo and a cool autograph. So thanks to my buddy Josh. Follow him on Instagram. He posts such cool stuff and has a pretty active Whatnot channel as well. Coming up this Saturday, it's Heroes and Hollers Con. The big shows in the house. D'Lo Brown, The Godfather, Ricky Steamboat, the franchise Shane Douglas, and many more. There's some stars of horror, Mortal Kombat, TMNT, some UFC Hall of Famers on the meet and greet list, and we're going to have some matches as well from Appalachian Championship Wrestling. So my second gig in Kentucky. Don't worry, I got my certification. You can check out my previous video about how I got certified to ring announce in Kentucky. And I'm going back for my second gig this year. It's going to be my second gig this week, also on Thursday. B-Dubs season kicks off with Schools Out at the Cross Lanes B-Dubs. That'll be Thursday evening. And then I'm going to head to Pikeville, Kentucky on Saturday for Hollers and Heroes Con. I have trouble remembering which one it is. Hollers and Heroes Con this Saturday. Thanks to my friend Earl for the invite. And finally, here it is, the one and only auto that I was able to secure at the Bash in Beckley, the wonderful Missy Hyatt in all her 1991 Impel glory days right there. Really cool signature. Happy to get that. The original backstage correspondent, Missy Hyatt. I can't help but remember that Clash of the Champions where Paulie Dangerously, I think he attacked Ricky Steamboat with a cell phone, but he was in this ninja hood and a black ninja outfit. And then Missy Hyatt's backstage, and she said, "That was Paulie Dangerously, and he was in a ninja outfit." I'll just always remember that. It's so vivid in my memory, her screaming that from the backstage when she was trying to get the scoop on the mysterious ninja that attacked Ricky Steamboat. So that's going to do it for today. I hope everybody has a good week. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Check out my Bash and Beckley autos. Check out the Lex Luger Eras video. And please come back next time. And I hope to see you again soon. And more importantly, hope to see you at the matches.
My gosh, that was Paulie Dangerously, and he was in a ninja outfit!